Obviously, you know, it's first day of fall camp, but you've been with these guys throughout the summer. Yeah. What do you like about this Homestead team as you enter 2017?
I really like how we're stepping into the senior role, so we're trying to teach other younger kids what they're doing, and they're learning really fast, and I like how they're picking everything up. So,
how do you take it upon yourself and take it upon this defensive line to set the tone for this team defensively?
Just really working hard out here, just starting and flying around the ball and playing every rep hard as possible.
What do you take away? Obviously, you won a sectional last season, but you know, obviously regionals didn't go as you liked.
Yeah.
How much does that motivate you, and what do you take away from that learning experience that you can use in 2017?
It puts a little fire under us. We're trying to get further than that this year, try to build upon our mistakes when we were at that level, and just get further than that this year.
Well, final question, what is, if there's one thing that Homestead is going to be working on leading up to August 18th, what in your eyes is that?
Wait, what did you say?
If there's one thing, one focus that you guys have that you're going to be working on leading up to the 18th, what is it?
This year we're probably just trying to focus on everything, all little details, and building on everything, all our mistakes, and just preparing for this season.
Our defense, we're more fluent. We play around a lot. We communicate a lot. Offensive-wise, quarterbacks are doing a good job. The receiver core is good. Offensive line and the running backs, we all play together well. We bond good.
Yeah, as a defensive player, people talk about Homestead's offense a lot. How much do you kind of relish the opportunity to set the tone defensively this year and be a special defense in terms of Homestead's history?
Coming out and playing defense means a lot for us because a lot of people focus on our offense. They set us as the underdog, so we come out there with a little chip on our shoulders usually.
What is it about this defense that's impressed you?
Defensive-wise, our defensive line is really good with Tico, Aaron Nitzwitzki, and all those players down there. Linebackers are real fluent, Jack Klein, Aaron. And then our defensive backs, we're real fluent, we communicate, we play well, and we just know how to pick offenses apart. Going against Carmel, I mean, played a lot of good receivers and stuff, learning a lot of things from the offense. I mean, we just got to come out there. We knew we could have won that game. We just didn't play to our full potential. That's what we need to.
For you,
for me to prove, get down the offense, learn the offense a little bit more, be a good leader on the field, on and off the field, and communicate. Teach the younger guys that DBs, because we had a lot of younger DBs from the upperclassmen, like Matt Anderson taught me. Teach them how to play and stuff.
First off, Jiya, just talk a little bit about what you've seen from this Homestead team. I know it's day one, but you've been with them throughout the summer. What do you like about this Homestead team heading into the 2017 season?
We got a lot of guys returning, and just the overall confidence of the group. I mean, we've been working the entire summer, and we all just seem to, it's the first practice, and we already seem to be connecting really good and having a good team already, like, bond.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about last year, because I was talking with the coach. It wasn't the way you wanted to have an opportunity,
right?
But it was a valuable opportunity for you. So how do you build off that, knowing, man, you've already been through the fire as far as the SAC goes and as far as playoffs go?
I mean, last year was me. It was more of just me getting familiar with all my guys. The line, I mean, they left, so now I really get to step in and help the new line out, encourage them, and then this year just going in and making sure I'm able to lead the team and just get their moral right so we can have a good game and not make mistakes.
How much are you looking forward to the challenge? Because, you know, last year you had 5 senior offensive linemen starting, guys that have been there, done that. Jordan, you know, set the school record with over 1,700 yards rushing. He's over at Lures now. So you've got some new faces to help coach up to a certain degree. How much do you look forward to that, putting your stamp on the offense and on this team, so to speak?
I love it because a lot of the guys, I mean, they've all been here for 2-3 years already. So I've already had a really good relationship with them, and just working with them and seeing them grow is it's good to see them grow because I mean, I helped in that and everyone else helped in that, and encouraging them and just seeing like they're wanting to get better throughout the off season. So I think we'll be really good during our first game and through the season.
Who are some names in terms of skill position players and also in terms of offensive line that we'll be hearing a lot of this year for Homestead in your
We're bringing Shannon over. He's definitely a deep threat. Mitch Westner, Grant Raber, Braden Layton, and Conrad Kazai are all really good slots, and we can work them outside. And then Trevin Taylor, he can go up and get the ball anytime. And then our line, we got Porter, Maxwell, and a few other guys, Casey Merriam, and just some really big guys who are able to step up, and Chris Berghoff.
Okay. As a team, what are your goals for this season, and how do you let, maybe last season, the way it ended, motivate you to have a better 2017?
I mean, it's always about encouraging the team and making sure everyone's connecting, because if we're not connecting, that's how mistakes happen, and mistakes obviously can cost you the game and the entire season, just like how it cost us the Carmel game, just mistakes and not being able to communicate well and get the plays done.
What impresses you about Homestead right now, and what are some of the things that you think are going to be strengths of the Spartans club heading into 2017?
Well, their work ethic has stood out, and I think that bodes well for the season. They're not afraid to go to work. They showed us an off-season and a preseason during the summer, and so those were really, really good indicators. The senior classes seems to be leading well. I mean, they're controlling practice, controlling the locker room, and willing to do the extra things to make practice go well. So those are all good signs for us.
Offensively, tell me a little bit about the quarterback situation, because Jiya got it's kind of maybe a blessing in disguise for this season last year in terms of experience.
Yeah, it's always a privilege to have a second-year starter come in as a quarterback, and the circumstances weren't what anybody liked at the time, but he made the most of it, and he had a great season for us, and he's really improved in the offseason in all aspects of his game, and we're looking for big things from him, and he's got some good weapons around him. He'll tell you the same thing.
Who are some of the guys you're looking to step up offensively? Because if I'm not mistaken, you graduated all 5 of your starting offensive linemen. Presley has transferred out, and you're looking for some new names to kind of step up offensively for you guys.
Yeah, and in the backfield, there's a few guys vying for that spot, and so we're going to figure all that stuff out here in the preseason. But up front, we have some kids that have worked hard in the weight room and done a good job there too. So you're right. We had 2 or 3 year starters up there last year. They were a really good offensive line. So the question mark will be is what level are they going to start at, and more importantly, where are they going to finish? And there's a lot of good guys that are vying for those positions too.
I think when people think about Homestead football, they think about the offensive numbers you guys have been able to put up with, guys like Zach Terrell or Matt Skronik or Logan Ormsby or Logan Laughlin, all the quarterbacks that you guys have had. But defensively, you have some real playmakers, both on the line and in the defensive backfield.
Yeah, we got a really good core of defensive guys back, and Tico's coming back up front, and he's going to be a handful for about anybody. And Shannon's coming back in the secondary, and he had a really good offseason as well. And I really like the linebacker core. We had some linebackers who were kind of waiting their turn to step up because we had some good linebackers in front of them. So we feel good about that side of the ball. We feel like they're progressing really well in the offseason, and they've done a good job today.
Final question for me. What is priority number 1 for Homestead during practice as you get ready for August 18th?
We need to learn to play fast in both sides of the ball. We don't want to have to make decisions and then make reactions from after this. It has to be reactionary and those types of things. And offensively, same thing. For assignment sound, and know who to block and are aggressive getting there, that's the key for us. So the more repetitions you get, I think the faster you play, and that'll be a big key for us.